All right, everybody, welcome into Season 11, Week 9 game day here between the Minnesota Golden Gophers, led by Coach Jay Jettas, traveling to the Swamp to number 7, 5-2, the Florida Gators. If you don't know what the SFA is, it is a online dynasty ran entirely through Discord. You do not need the game. You can recruit players. You can set your depth charts, set your playbooks, participate in things like fantasy football for server rewards, player rewards, all that good stuff. If you want to join or check it out, feel free to click on any of the links in any of our descriptions. As well, if you do watch the games live, our Twitch is affiliated, meaning there are ads. If you do want to subscribe with the Twitch Prime, it is completely free. Get rid of those for you, and you get some emotes and that sort of thing. Any revenue made from the streams does go back to the coaches in terms of national championship trophy if they do end up winning it. So big game day here, though, between Minnesota, Coach Jay Jettas, and Florida. Let me know if you can hear me so we can go ahead and get started. I'm actually very excited for this one. Both teams, if they lose, you're likely completely out of the playoff hunt. If you win, you kind of boost yourself right back up into and potentially, with a great out-of-conference victory. So I love both these two teams' old mascots, so I kind of went with a retro overlay here for today. Very even teams coming in. And if we take a look, we do have a brand new bottom line. Throwing in that regular fire Jay Jettas, one of the best server memes. And remember, after this game day is recruits. We'll see where North Carolina 5-star running back Gus McFeeders will end up going. But as always, we're going to go through both rosters here first, and then we'll get into game day. So get those Bobanos ready and get those fire Jay Jettas emote ready. I can see Dogwater already going crazy. So Minnesota this season is led by a freshman quarterback, Slade Roden. He has 1,800 yards, 14 TDs, and 8 interceptions. Some good rushing as well. He has struggled, though, to stay healthy. He hasn't missed any time, but he has left a few games early. So that is definitely going to be something to watch. If we have to see a backup, they are a little bit faster, but a little less elite at passing the ball, which is really their whole offense. This is the first year in JJ's career where he does not have a starting SFA running back. They are led by Rashawn Bailey, who does have some decent speed, and we did actually see him. He does have really good break tackles, so Rashawn Bailey has shown some promise. But this is the best wide receiver core in the country. You got Kim Mettle, the senior SFA player. You got Brady Boyd. You got Braylon Hills. And then you got Jude Abraham, who will play in the slot. He is an SFA player as well. He also has guys like Michael Oates, SFA player, as well as Devin Hester, who's being redshirted this year. Tight end, they have it Jeffrey Henderson. And then on the offensive line, 84, 72, and 83. You got an 81. You got also Sergio Lakiki, who I do believe starts in that left guard slot, or he does start at right tackle. So a pretty decent offensive line. Definitely a couple holes here or there. And then on the defensive line, you got Jamar Davis, but Marvin Irvey is the starter. He is the 4-star freshman from last season. He has 2.5 sacks currently and a forced fumble. They also got Brian Arakpo, who is being redshirted this year. On the other side, you got Iceberg Cave, who was a 1-star recruit. He's gotten some massive progression. This is the first year he's thrusted into a starting role, so we'll definitely see if he can do something. Oh, we got another sub? Let's go. Oh, no. He's just saying 2 sub. Boo, Jay Jettas, come on. Schuster in the middle. The linebacker core, though, you got Roach, Shaquan Bowser, SFA player, was a 5-star a few years ago. And then A.J. Klein was a freshman All-American last year. He's having himself a great season as well, kind of duplicating it with a little bit less sacks. No interceptions quite yet, so we'll see if he can get any today. And then Tyrell Keys, the man that ended Garrett Grayson's career in the bowl game. He is their number 1 guy. Reggie Callahan, you got Tommy Adams. Not the best cornerback core, but based on the rest of the country, it's probably about a little bit better than average. And then in the secondary, you got Darius Green and Steven Ortiz Jr. on the back end. And then kicker-wise, they do have DeAngelis. Let's see that kick power, 99 accuracy. That's what you like to see. You won't miss it, but we will see just how good that range is against Florida. Now, let's check out the Florida Gators, number 7 ranked in the country. But last week, their number 1 quarterback, Carlos Del Rio Wilson, went down for the year with a broken wrist. So we are going to see Ben Reed, the junior. He's never played before. He's never started a game. So we'll see. He's never thrown an interception. 88 speed, definitely not somebody you want to just play against. So obviously these kind of teams, it's always next man up. Ben Reed looks to be a good one. Eric Johnson currently is in the Heisman conversation with 9 touchdowns. So we're going to see him as well. And then wide receivers, Elliott Lee was a freshman All-American last season. You got Marcus Burke, Ryan Stewart, Brant Dawson. We've seen him quite a bit. Lots of just amazing players on these rosters. And offensive line, though, might be a little weaker than you might expect. They got a 58 overall center, so if Jay Jettas can attack that middle of that line, that is going to be nasty. One of the only 99 overalls in the country. We have Tyreek Sapp. And you got Adam Moses on the other end. In the middle, you got Danny Skinner and Dante Marshall. And then at linebacker, Roman Mills is an SFA player, but I don't think he'll play. It is Larry Glover. And then they also actually have in-game recruit LaWayne Streveler from last season. He is a freshman, probably getting that red shirt. And then they also got William Hamilton here. Josh Johnson on the edge, Mike Fuller, Dallas Robinson. Once again, kind of in the same boat, a little bit better of a cornerback class. But definitely probably one of the best in the country. And then you got Donovan McMillan on the back end, along with Lawrence Greenwood, and that is definitely not a good starter. So a couple holes here, especially at kicker. We saw this week that Florida actually did get a in-game recruit. Pretty bad kick power and bad accuracy, so Jay Jettas does have the advantage there. All right, so that is the teams here. Jay Jettas, if you're here, let me know what you want to wear for your uniforms while I get the poll set up. So, as always, get those bobinas ready. You're going to have 2 minutes here. Who wins? And this is just an outright. So, if you're going to pick Florida, you're probably not going to make as much money as if you picked the upset with Minnesota. So, you got 2 minutes here. Let's see those bobinas start flying. Yeah, I'll give you a couple options here. Just let me get my thumbnail first for the highlight video, as always. All right, so we got the thumbnail. Beautiful. All right, so Jay Jettas, your options here. I'm going to go through helmets first. You got the yellow Goldie. You got chrome maroon. Maroon gold. Maroon with the Goldie. You got chrome with the Goldie. Yellow just M. Yellow M. Yellow full Goldie. White. Blackout. Chrome. USA. Maroon full Goldie. Yellow full Goldie. Yellow numbers. Maroon numbers. So a lot of options for the helmets. Holy smokes. So take a look at the helmets. And then these are your jerseys. You can go gold, black. A lot of different options here. Same with the pants. So let me know what you want to wear, Jay Jettas. Yes, we did see last year Minnesota almost beat them. White, anthrax, whatever. Okay, so you wanted... So, for these ones, you want to go anthrax for all of them. Okay, so you want to go yellow Anthrax? Oh, this one. Oh, yeah, dude. This helmet is sick. Put down 4K for Mini. You better believe I'm going full fire J Jettas if they lose. Absolutely. Dude, this uniform combo is fire. So let's get all white going here. Gloves. Let's see if I can get some white. Oh, yes, sir. All right. I love what they've done with Minnesota. All right. So let's take a look at what maybe we'll go with a fun one today. Let's go all orange. Why not, right? All orange. See if they have some fun. Oh, yeah. You got to go with the blue F. All right. So we have a banger. So we have some banger uniforms going. We got the all gray versus all orange. All right. Are you guys ready? Yes? All right. Here we go. J Jettas. The floor is yours. Now, obviously, there is no calling the toss or anything. Really excited to see how Slade Roden plays. This is the first gameplay we're seeing of him. And no rain in the swamp. Holy smokes. I was so sure this is going to be rain. Ooh, they got the yellow outline on those as well. Oh, baby. These are some beautiful uniforms for both sides. We're in a sunny swamp. I can't believe we got a non-rain game in the swamp. That's crazy. All right, this game day is proving to be amazing. Buckle up, baby. I can't, oh, yeah, that's a good one. We could do, is there going to be rain? Is there going to be snow? That's a good one, Sved. And that's also a good, if Rick's watching, that's a good suggestion for, reverse sheep. I think that would be a fun one. How many games will be rain? We got, oh, man, I'm so hyped for this game day. If Florida was fully healthy, they did make the playoff last year. They'd probably be a heavy favorite here, but they have a backup quarterback. We know they're at home in the swamp. You got a freshman QB coming in for Minnesota, but it just feels like this is going to be a fun one. I've been very hyped about this one all week, so I hope you guys enjoy. Love me some SFA, and we are going to see Slade Roden to start it out. God, these uniforms are fucking beautiful. Yeah, I love how they always put the tiny visitor sections in. So we are going to get a return here to start. Kim Metal on the return, and he gets smoked, but he does get across the 20. If Minnesota wants a good game, that Slade Roden to Kim Metal connection, number 81, is going to have to be on point today. They come out empty, and Slade Roden's running first play of the game. Interesting call from J Jettas to start it out here. Slade Roden is a minimalist. He has like no accessory. He doesn't use gloves or anything. And another run for Slade. He's not known for his running ability. He is about mid-70 speed, so he is able to do it. 2 rushes and a early third down here. That one might have been a broken play. I think him and Jude Abraham may have some miscommunication. I'm sure it's very loud down on the field, but he's going to throw it here, and that is going to be short of the sticks. Jude Abraham does bring it in. So a 3 and out for Minnesota to start. Yes, and spam those Fire J Jettas emotes. That's what they're here for. So 3 and out. That is a Fire J Jettas worthy affair. As we are going to see now, the backup quarterback for Florida and the Heisman winner, or the Heisman contender, Eric Johnson at running back. You'd think that they'd go to a much more run-heavy offense, or with his speed, maybe like more of a spread option. So we'll see how Ben Reed does. They are going to fake the handoff to Eric Johnson, and he's going to throw it here, and that is not a great throw. That was a beautiful pocket, and Ben Reed kind of just threw it right into the dirt, or right into a defender. So if you are a Minnesota fan, that is a early sign of a potentially a good day here. But you would like to see a little bit more pass rush as Eric Johnson takes that dump off for 20. Yeah, we got to beat up that 58 overall center. Yeah, missed opportunity on that first play for sure. And really, Eric Johnson and this receiver core is really good, but they're only as good as their quarterback. So the real threat today is Eric Johnson. If the run defense can play like that, a beautiful play in the backfield, that's what you want to see. And that is the freshman, Marvin Irby, the 4-star defensive end. Everyone thought Jay Jettas overspent early in the season on him, but that play, he played dividends. So 97 is Marvin Irby. On the other side is BearCave. So Ben Reed, he is going to take off. This is our first time seeing him run the ball, and he is pretty quick. So 88 speed, decent acceleration. An early 3rd and 3. Now, this is 2-down territory. We saw how bad their kicker is, so they would go for it in this scenario. So split backs, and Ben Reed's going to take off, and he meets Shaquan Bowser, but he does get the first down. Shaquan Bowser and A.J. Klein are going to be critical in the middle of the field. Arguably 2 of the best linebackers in the country. If they can have a good day, Minnesota is going to have a good day. So Ben Reed here, once again, they are playing contain, and he gets that out. And they are calling that incomplete. So Ben Reed, on his first 3 passes, 2 of them have been very inaccurate. 2nd and 10, Ben Reed, he is going to dump it off here again. So Elliott Lee, the freshman All-American. Minnesota's kind of playing a, you know, they're kind of playing off. They're just sitting in zone and allowing these button hooks to beat them. So at 3rd and 1 incoming, can they force a field goal attempt? You'd think that they are close enough here. Inside the 20. Can Minnesota get an early stop? And quick option, that's what you like to see. A broken tackle, though, Eric Johnson, and he's going to get there. A huge missed opportunity. They let Ben Reed get some wiggle, and he gets it to the Heisman contender, Eric Johnson, and he gets a first down. So fresh set of downs now inside the 10. 1st and goal here. They just hand it off, and another great play. Where's that the last time? You got to be able to wrap up. And BearCave, one of my favorite stories in the SFA, a 1-star recruit, is got some beautiful progression and is now an 87 overall. 2nd and goal, Ben Reed. They bring the house here, and they get to him. Sack by A.J. Klein. The freshman All-American gets through. Shaquan Bowser was right behind him as well, and it's going to be 3rd and goal from outside the 20. A massive stop here. 3rd and goal from the 20. What was the play call for Florida? They're just going to fake the handoff. No, he's going to throw it. He throws it over the middle. Elliott Reed catches it. Can he fight? He is stopped inside the 5, so it looks like Minnesota is going to get out of here with a field goal attempt, and they are. So Florida bringing out the field goal kicker. 4th and goal. Can they take an early lead? The kick is up, and it's good. So Florida is going to take an early 3-0 lead as we take a look here. And Purdue surprisingly gave Ohio State a run for their money. The spoiler makers could not get it done today, though. Peter Parrish had a decent day. And Maryland got a big win. And my tutty tally, Richard McKinney, got a touchdown today, so that was a big one. But really, this was a big stop, though, for Jay Jettas. Going down 7 early in the swamp after a 3-and-out could have definitely been a rough one, but holding them to a field goal after that long of a drive, definitely a W. So 3-0 for the Gators. What is the play calls now for Minnesota and Jay Jettas? Split back set here. Slade's going to throw it. He does dump that off. Jude Abraham once again on the mid-screen, it looked like there. Or maybe just a drag route. Fink, did you already finish your Stromboni before the first quarter even finished? And another rush by Slade Roden. I'm not sure what he is going for there, but Tyreek Sapp, the 99 overall, does bring him down. So 3rd and 11 already. Slade Roden, he is yamming this one, and he connects. Brady Boyd for 24. That was an absolute piss missile. Fresh set of downs. That's what we like to see. And they hand it off now. Bailey gets his first carry of the day. That's what we want to see from Slade Roden. We don't need him to be the hero, play hero ball and run it himself. You have a decent running back. Rashawn Bailey, as he breaks free. Rashawn Bailey, can he go? Rashawn Bailey down to the 1. A 50-yard gain for Minnesota. What an opening carry. And they're going to hurry it up here. Can Minnesota break through for the first touchdown of the day? And a quick option here. Slade, and he stopped short. Despite being a low overall, Rashawn Bailey, in the time we've seen him, is really, really good. Multiple long-range touchdowns, a lot of broken tackles. We got a 2nd and goal here. Slade, and he's going to take off. Can he get to the edge? No, he stopped. I believe that was Tyreek Sapp. No, Danny Skinner this time, the defensive tackle. So 3rd and goal. Was that shoestring tackle on the goal line massive for Florida? They come out in a full house here. Fake the handoff, a little triple option here. He pitches it, touchdown Minnesota! Jeff Wade, the fullback, touchdown. Minnesota uses a bit of trickery to get into the end zone, and they take a 7-3 lead. So we all thought that it was going to be Slade Roden and this potent wide receiver group that is going to control this game, and then that drive was dominated by the run game. Yes, baby, we love fullback TVs in the SFA. We can't get enough of them. All right, so how's Florida going to respond? The defense was looking good, and then they got him to 3rd and long, give up a big play, give up another big run, and now all of a sudden you're losing. So how is the first time start here? How are they going to handle it? They just hand it off to Eric Johnson here. He gets a couple. This is what the SFA is all about. Coaches getting invested. JJ has been here a really long time. He is sweating. He needs a victory here today. He has been on the cusp of greatness for like 3 straight years. Big run there for Eric Johnson. It'd be nice if JJ's could finally burst through kind of that glass ceiling in the Big Ten. Is that the West, I think? Or the East? Whichever one he's in. All right, Florida. A nice little pocket there, and he delivers a dart. And Brant Dawson, another first down. We've seen Brant Dawson featured wide receiver last year. But without Del Rio Wilson, it honestly doesn't seem like this offense has really skipped a step here. Another handoff and another decent tackle. As long as you're not letting Eric Johnson beat you for 6 yards a carry, you are going to probably be all right. And he's only averaging less than 3 right now. The leaders and legends, yes. Oh my God, that was a murderous stiffy in the middle from Eric Johnson. There's a reason this man is in the Heisman watch. So 3rd and 3 though. Jay Jettis could get off the field here. They hand it off. No, Ben Reed's going to keep it. And he trucks a man and gets taken down from behind. First down, Florida. Oh my, Tyrell Keys just got a helmet right to the sternum. All right, Ben Reed here. He dumps that off, and Eric Johnson gets about 6. Yeah, early on, it seems like Minnesota's kind of dominating first and second down, but Florida just continues to convert. 2nd and 4. Ben Reed. And he's taken off once again, but he gets stuck on his lineman, and he is taken down by the corner, Tommy Adams, on the corner blitz. He gets credited with the sack. A.J. Klein was right there as well. So the blitzes are hitting home early for Jay Jettas. He's had two big sacks on some unique blitzes. And first quarter comes to an end. Minnesota leads early here on the road in the Swamp. This game has kind of gone by pretty slowly in terms of game pace. Only the second drive for Florida. So, couple long drives and a big 3rd and 7 here, potentially 2-down territory for the Gators. Reed, and he gets that off. It is a 5-yard gain, but he goes out of bounds. Unable to stretch, but they're going for it. I guess they knew it was going to be 2-down territory. 4th and 2 from the 32. Got to think they hand it off. Yes, they do. In a massive hole, Eric Johnson. And it's going to be a fresh set of downs for the Gators. And the Swamp's going crazy. Jay Jettas just can't get off the ground. This is already the 10th play of this drive. And they're getting that off. No, it's intercepted. The backup makes a mistake, and they're running the other way. It breaks a tackle, and Ben Reed takes him down. But the damage is done. Desi Norton with the pick. And Minnesota's going to take over in plus territory. Despite the defense being on the field pretty much the entire game, Minnesota, everything's going their way. Let's go. Jay Jettas having a perfect start. And they run a little jet sweep here. Braylon Hills, 3-yard rush. What a start for Jay Jettas. And they are going to continue to run a little bit of hurry up here. Slade has a little bit of time. He does decide to take off. He finds some room up the middle. He lowers his head and gets the first down, 9 yards. Slade Roden doesn't care about his body. He wants those first downs. Slade. He's throwing that to the boundary. A beautiful touch pass, and he connects with Kim Metal. Perfect touch between 3 defenders. That was a risky throw, but he put it in there. And Slade Roden, say what you want, but he's 4 for 4. He's not airing it out as much as we thought he would early on, but he is connecting in another mid-screen conversion, and that's going to be Braylon Hills. These short passes are not really connecting, but the 2 times that Slade has taken a shot have been perfect. So 2nd and 4, they are inside the red zone. Quick option now. He does get it off. There's Bailey on the edge. And he gets another first down. We are inside the 10. Minnesota putting some massive pressure on Florida early. 1st and goal. The Swamp is silent. They come out in the pistol. Slade. He hands it off. And that was stuffed up the middle by a cornerback. Rashawn Bailey. You definitely don't expect that from him. Jay Jettas may have found a gem in Rashawn Bailey as a in-game recruit. 2nd and goal. 4 receivers. And he throws that away, and you got to think if he would have dumped that off to Rashawn Bailey, he may have had a chance. 3rd and goal now for the Gophers. Can they punch it in? 7 yards away. Slade. And he's sacked, and that's a fumble! And they're going the other way! Florida picks it up, and the shoestring tackle takes him down and saves a scoop and score. A free rusher blindside Slade Roden, and that ball squirted back about 15 yards. Tyreek Sapp, the impact defensive end for Florida. Massive change in momentum. Come on, spam that fire, Jay Jettas, boys. As mistakes on both sides now. Eric Johnson, and he gets stopped behind the line. Yeah, we are in for a good game, but that's a point where the 99 overalls can take over and completely flip a game. Potentially a 2-score flip there as Reed keeps it himself. He got a nice block from the wide receiver, and Ben Reed gets a 24-yard gain. Look at this. The collapsing receiver blocks 2 guys. An easy negative yards gain turned into a 20-pluser. What a beautiful block. All right, they hand it off again here, and Eric Reed is just finding room now, and you don't want him to find his stride. 2nd and 1. Split back set here. No pressure, and he cuts him up and finds Ryan Stewart on an open drag route. You cannot give any SEC quarterback, let alone a Florida guy, a wide open or a perfect pocket. A little triple option now, and they flip it to the running back, and that's going to be a touchdown for Florida. Larry Kenny, the fullback, gets in. 2 touchdowns, 2 fullback scores as Florida retakes the lead. Can we get fullbacks only today? Two triple option flips to a fullback have scored so far. So that is going to be a definitely a massive choke as Kim Metal gets smoked. My God. All right, so that fumble turned out to be a critical error for Slade Roden. Let's see how they respond. Come out with 2 running backs. They hand it off to Bailey up the middle. He does find a little bit of room and gets 7. So a nice start here. You'd love to have gotten at least 3 on that last drive. Fortunately, a little bit of an error. But you got to put that behind you, Slade. And they hand it off here. Can they find the edge? And no, they don't. So Travis Martin couldn't get the edge. Only gets about 1 and a 3rd and short incoming. Minnesota, you got to stop this momentum that Florida is building here. You got to get a first down. They're just going to hand it off to Bailey up the middle, and he's not going to get to that. The swarming defense stops Rashawn Bailey behind the line, and they will be punting a 3rd or a 3 and out. So Florida with all the momentum now. The situation's kind of completely flipped. They have a chance now to take a 2-score lead. Fake the handoff. Ben Reed, he is going to take off here, and he is sacked. Sacked by Shaquan Bowser. So both of the big-time linebackers getting sacks here in the first half. Klein got one earlier. Bowser brings him down this time. Second and 11. Reed once again, he's taken off. And he has some room. He breaks a tackle. Ben Reed gets a fresh set of downs, and that's a ball buster for Minnesota. You cannot let the QB beat you with his feet. You got to be able to make those tackles. And he slides. Coach Fed gifts a sub, and it goes to Jay Jettas. Good guy, Coach Fed. Thank you so much. And I'm sure Jay Jettas is super thankful as we get a broken tackle for Eric Johnson. And he's still going. 7 yards. Come on, Jay Jettas. We got to see you use fire Jay Jettas. And then somebody screenshot it. As Ben Reed, and that goes off the helmet. Oh, my. So there it is. So Ben Reed, he's had a couple plays here in the first half that truly show why he's a backup. 3rd and 3. Can Jay Jettas finally get off the field? And another conversion here for the Florida Gators. Oh, my. Florida on 3rd down is just elite. I don't know what to say. Oh, we got some quick option and another broken tackle. He flips it to Eric Johnson. Finally, Shaquan Bowser brings him down. Multiple missed opportunities today on that quick option. You have the chance to knock him down. Marvin Irby and Iceberg Cave, you've got to wrap him up. Here we go again, and Iceberg Cave can't bring him down. We got another pitch. In the Iceberg Cave, he recovers and finally gets the tackle for loss. But again, Ben Reed showing off his elusiveness and his wiggle. And he is becoming a massive headache here for Minnesota early. What a play. 3rd and 5, another chance here for Minnesota. And another conversion, this time Elliott Lee. He gets 11. In Florida, they're just running nothing fancy. My guy, they're just running hitch routes, smart hitch routes right to the first down marker. Ben Reed, he's going to take off again. He finds some room, and oh my God, the hit stick comes out. Ben Reed finally gets punished. And they cut away from the replays. We got a 2nd and 2 incoming. Split back set. Ben Reed's going to throw it over the middle. He converts again. Ryan Stewart for 6. And Florida is just tiring out this defense. It seems like the Minnesota defense has been on the field all day long. 1st and goal for Florida. Play action fake. He dumps that off, and it's a fumble! Shaquan Bowser has it! If this stands, it's going to be a massive turnover. A clutch play, but was he down? Brant Dawson. Oh, I don't know. This one's going to be close. And they are reviewing it. Was the knee down or was he on the defender? And, oh, you can't see on that view. Oh, my, and it looks like the knee might have been down. And Florida's going to retain possession. Heartbreaker there for Minnesota. And Ben Reed now runs up the middle and he gets smoked. Oh my God, A.J. Klein almost flipped him. The armbar. 3rd and goal here for Florida. Can they punch it in? Handoff up the middle, and Eric Johnson powers in. Florida takes a 10-point lead before halftime. This game day is on steroids. Holy shit. But plenty of time for Minnesota. You still have 3 timeouts. You still have 1:13. Plenty of time to get a field goal or to that guy might have been offsides. Can we get a good return here for Kim Metal to set up the drive? No! Metal is stopped inside the 20. So this went from Minnesota up 7-3 inside the Florida 5 to a 10-point deficit in the span of about 5 minutes. Can Slade Roden cook something up here? Split backs. He's throwing it deep, and it's intercepted! Slade Roden tried to force it to Jude Abraham, and Florida's going to take over. A potentially critical mistake here before half. Now, while Florida is in plus territory, you got to remember they have been really not able to do anything on offense that hasn't been like a 10-minute drive. So we'll see if they're able to score as Ben Reed is sacked again. Jacob Schuster this time. Ben Reed. He takes off again. And he is taken down by Shaquan Bowser and company. So a big 3rd and 6. Clock is running. Reed. He floats that once again. A wide open man. Jay Jettas, guard the sticks, you fucker. These button hooks at the sticks are just killing you. 1st and 10 at the 29, and Ben Reed again is trying to run it. They're trying to get in field goal range here. Watch the clock, though. Only 1 timeout left. 2nd and 6. Ben Reed, he is going to take off. Once again, he has a lot of room. And he goes down. 10 seconds left. It's going to be 1 play before a potential field goal. Can Minnesota hold? Reed, he takes off again, and he slides down, and they take the final timeout and bring out the field goal unit to push this to a 13-point halftime lead. Kick is up, and it's good. So the interception doesn't necessarily kill Minnesota there. Sure, they push it from a 10 to a 13-point lead, but it's still 2 scores at the end of the day. This will be the final play of the half, and Kim Metal goes down once again. Yes, sir. Welcome in to the SFA. It's an online dynasty ran entirely through Discord. You don't need the game. You can recruit, set depth charts, playbooks. So one of our coaches, Jay Jettas, is taking on Florida today. But we are halftime here. The playoff committee does start next week. The playoff committee has been finalized. It will be myself, TC, Dogwater, Nick, Zach, and Coach Harps. So you got a really good blend, 2 Pac-12 coaches, a G5 coach, and 2 SEC coaches this season. It starts next week, so that's going to be a really fun time, and we'll see how it shakes out, as well as the Team of the Year tracker by Desert Storm Media. Dogwater, he wants everyone to know if you want him to track stats and their chances at a possible Team of the Year, let Dogwater know, and he will track those stats for you. But as we head in here, links in all of our descriptions. So link is in our channel description if you click the YouTube link. If you don't want to click the Discord link, it's in any of the descriptions on our YouTube channels as well. We got recruiting finalized. We got the 5-star running back, Gus McFeeters. He is deciding where he's going tonight. And but first, we got to see if Jay Jettas can come back here. He had all the momentum in the first quarter, and he has to start on defense. So Florida will get the ball to start. And a nice little return here for Florida. And Ben Reed really had himself a great start to the first half. They did have the one mistake with the interception, but they've really put together a couple exhaustive drives, gotten this defense tired. So we'll see if he can capitalize here in the second half as he's once again taken off. Jay Jettas didn't put out a spy. Ben Reed is just cooking today. Look at that, 17-5 first downs. Looking at that, this should be like a 42-7 game right now. Ben Reed once again taken off, and he gets brought down. Safety comes down and makes a big play. He's honestly not having like the greatest rushing day. Minnesota has really been able to do well against the run. It's just they are unable to get off the field on fourth down. Or on third down. Reed once again taken off. Here he goes. Another first down and maybe some more. These defensive linemen are just not getting off these blocks. Just allowing Ben Reed to get to the second and third level every single time. All right, they are in Minnesota territory. They're going deep, and they connect. And he hangs on. Marcus Burke for 26. The press failed, and the safety could not get over there in time. Really the first deep throw for Florida today that hasn't just been a button hook. So Florida has a chance to blow this game wide open. Hand it off, Eric Johnson. He finds the edge. He cuts inside, and he gets smoked. But once again, perfect position here to potentially get a touchdown. I'm not sure why you guys put Babanas on Jay Jettas. Second and 4. Tight end in motion. Reed, this is going to be a screen pass. Can they collapse? Yes, Bowser and Klein make the tackle. So look at that, 7 for 9 on third down. So let's see if they do it again. Watch the hitch route touchdown here. 3rd and 7. Reed. He's going to dump that off, and that goes off the helmets. Desi Norton could have had his second. A huge missed opportunity as they are now going to kick the field goal here. The kick is up, and it's good. So they push the lead now to 16. That could have been a pick 6. As we get an update here, as Maryland will pull that game out. Big win for them. But once again, Minnesota, you got to start scoring here. Holding them to field goals is really good. They've held them to 2 straight field goals, but you got to start capitalizing. As we got Kim Metal here, getting up to the 35. But if you look at that, the Florida Gators, they had one bad drive, it seems. Fink wants his Babanas. All right, Slade Rodens had a couple rough drives here. A few turnovers, 1 fumble, and an interception. He's definitely lost a little bit of confidence. Let's see if they can get his head on straight. This game's far from over. Plenty of time. They hand it off to Bailey, and he cuts outside, gets a first down. That's a really nice run. He's having one hell of a game. Even outside the 150-yard rush. I do like they're hurrying it up. Sense of urgency as he floats that, and he floats it a little too far. Slade rode in only 47 yards through the air. Definitely not what you were expecting. Jay Jetta's TCS fantasy is in shambles. He picked like all Minnesota players. As Bailey gets out wide. Jay Jetta's, his fantasy is Slade, Metal, and Jude Abraham. All right, 3rd and 6. And they convert a wide open man. Jeff Wade, the fullback, getting involved. You know what? It doesn't matter who contributes. Fullback gets it done. That's all you need. So in the middle, and a broken tackle from Bailey. He's still going, and he turns that into 6 yards. Rashawn Bailey is a grown-ass man. All right, so Minnesota's showing some life here. As he dumps that off, and that's not going to be a first down. Jude could not stretch out. Big 3rd and 1 income, and you do not want to get stopped for a field goal here. They're stacking the box. They're just going to hand it off here, and a big stop for the defense. Tyreek Sapp again. The 99 overall, showing why he's a top defensive lineman in the country, and they're going for it. Oh, baby. Jay Jetta's getting aggressive here in the 3rd quarter. 4th and 4. It's going to be a screen pass, and they can't get it off. It's another turnover on downs. Oh, no. He couldn't get it off to Bailey. He was wide open, and Bailey is pissed. Get those Fire Jay Jettas in the chat. My God. As they're throwing it, a wide open man in Florida now has a chance to blow this game wide open. Ryan Stewart. Luckily for Jay Jettas, this is only an out-of-conference game, and this doesn't impact his chances in the division, but this could definitely be a tough pill to swallow. And Ben Reed once again escaping, getting another first down and a lot more. He's just having his way this second half. Where's the spy? And Ben Reed may be better than Carlos Del Rio Wilson. This is probably a better performance from him than I've ever seen from Del Rio on a game day. So 1st and 10 now. Reed dumps that over the middle, and another wide open man. They're just cooking the zone. 1st and goal from Florida. Chance to push this to a 3-score game. Reed. He's going to dump that off again, and he gets smoked, but no fumble. The big hits are coming out, but doesn't matter. This defense just can't get a stop. No, Jay Jettas, come on, stay. 2nd and goal. 2 tight ends on the field. They're just going to hand it off. And he reverses field. Chacon Bowser, another great tackle. A 3rd and goal incoming. They've done a decent job at containing Eric Johnson. 3rd and goal, 7 for 10 on 3rd down. Hand it off up the middle, massive hole, and Florida goes up by 23. The swamp is rocking. We still got plenty of time, 12.5 minutes left. We've seen users get 28 points in a quarter before. So, definitely could get a turnaround here. We know they have the big play players, but You've got to get something brewing here if you're Minnesota. Ever since that fumble inside the 10, it's been all Florida. It was a really good game and actually leaning in Minnesota's favor. They won the first quarter and a half, but ever since that Slade fumble, it's just been a downhill spiral as they're running the ball here, and that's going to do nothing for you. William Hamilton, tackle for loss. And running it again. I don't know why they just continue. You're down 23. You got to air the ball out. Welcome in, TB2 crew. I don't know if you are a random guy or in our Discord, but welcome. Slade Roden, 3rd and 9. He fires that wide open man over the middle. Henderson's first catch on the day. Hurry it up. There you go. Come on, you got to start throwing it more. Yeah, this is a beautiful uniform matchup. He does get the screen pass off to Bailey. He can't break the tackle, though. We got a little bit of momentum, a nice little 3rd down conversion. Let's see if Slade can capitalize. If you can score before the 3rd quarter's over, there's a chance. Slade fires at another wide open man. Oh my. Brady Boyd got leveled, but he did hang on. Where was this the whole game? Ever since that fumble, it's just been sadness for Minnesota. And that is complete to Kim Mettle. He has been silent today. That's his 2nd reception. But Minnesota's moving the ball, 35-yard line. They continue to hurry it up. You'd love to see that. 2nd and 6. There you go. They are going to hand it off here. There is some room for Bailey. He breaks one. He almost gets a 1st down. Obviously, this is 4-down territory the rest of the way for Minnesota. They haven't been too bad on 3rd down. It's just, haven't been able to capitalize. Slade's going to keep it, and he can't break the tackle. 4th down incoming once again. We'll welcome in. This is an online dynasty. Ran entirely through Discord, so you don't really need the game or anything. And they're punting. What a bitch move. Oh, my God. Are we going to see a fake punt? So we got TB2 crew loving this one. Coffin corner coming in. Oh, my. All right, so this could potentially turn into some offense for Minnesota. What a perfect Coffin corner. Who is this punter? All right, so a big chance here at a safety. And they don't give it to him. They say he got out. What a punt. But again, you can't get much less of a, that should have been a fucking safety, damn it. 2nd and 10 though, can they do it? No, they get out of the end zone. But there is a chance at a field goal or a punt block here. 3rd and 7, this has been the Achilles heel of Minnesota all day fucking long. 3rd and 7. Can Minnesota finally get a stop? They give it to the fullback, and Larry Kennedy does get stopped there. As we head to the 4th quarter, I'm not sure if they are going to punt it. Fortunately, they couldn't keep him inside the 5, so there is no chance at a punt block. But the 2nd half and really the entire 2nd quarter was all Florida, as they are rolling here in the swamp, up 23. We flip field here. Yeah, I try to stay impartial until there's some bullshit. But, oh my God, Jude Abraham, what the fuck are you doing? a nice chance to get some really great field position, and you just fucking drop it. Could have been inside the 30 there, but instead they start at their own 45. Just a ton of self-inflicted mistakes here today for Minnesota. Slade has time, and he runs right into the defenders and sacked again. R.J. Welsh this time. Jay Jetta's just shitting his pants today here in the swamp. Now, before you guys all hop on Slade's jockstrap, he's only a freshman. He's having a great season for being a freshman. Going into the swamp is definitely a tall task, especially when Florida's actually good. No, you cannot cut your entire team, JJ does. Come on. As they're going to run a screen pass here, and Brady Boyd, he does get the first down. All right, so finally something breaks their way. But time is starting to become a factor. You're down 3 scores. Got to have something happen. Got to have a couple big plays or something, as that's just going to be a dump off to Jude. That's not going to do much for you. Yeah, I'm not sure whatever Jay Jetta's playbook calling was this week is ridiculously bad. I don't know what he's doing. But more screen passes. This time Bailey, he does look like he has some room, but once again, he can't create extra yards. 3rd and 6. Clock is running. Got to take some shots downfield. Trips left on the short side of the field. They're just going to hand it off to Bailey. But Florida was not expecting it, so it worked out. Fresh set of downs for Minnesota. Inside the 20 now. First time they've had a red zone threat since the Slade fumble early on. Bailey again. He gives a stiffy out. 2nd and 1. Clock still running. Second and 1, just over 7 minutes left. They bring a blitz, they pick it up. Touchdown, Jude Abraham. Slade to Jude connection. Minnesota finally gets back on the board. Bringing this now to a 16-point deficit. And they are going for 2 now. So they're trying to get the 2-pointers early on, as Slade's going to take off, and that's nothing doing. Tyreek Sapp wrecking havoc on Slade, living rent-free. So still down 17, so still a 3-score game. Oh my. So Minnesota, if they want to win this game, they have to create probably a pick 6. Or a scoop and score. They got to have a quick touchdown. Has to happen somehow, some way. Need 3 scores here. Eric Johnson, massive hole on the left side. That's not going to get it done. You got to get stops. But we haven't really seen that all day from this team. So, more than likely, Florida is probably just going to exhaust the clock here. 24 first downs is ridiculous. Eric Johnson again. Got to force a fumble or something. Remember, all VODs will be posted after today from BearCave and this game a little later on tonight. And then after this game, we do have recruiting as we get a nice stop there. Finally, someone's able to get off a fucking block. Jacob Schuster. So a big 3rd down and 10. They got off the field last time, 8 for 12. Can Minnesota not give up a button hook first down? Reed dumps that off. There you go, and oh my. If they would have called that a fumble, that could have been a game changer, but they call it incomplete. Florida's getting all the calls here at home today. But that's exactly what Minnesota needed. About a minute came off the clock. So if they can start getting a couple big plays, we could see at least a threat here. So you need a quick touchdown. Big play, you got to yam it deep. Got to look for Kim Metal or Jude again here. Slade. He's going to just dump that off. Brady Boyd, that's not going to do anything for you. You got to hurry it up. Clock's running. And they got to try to maintain the timeouts as long as possible. Dumps that one off again. Jude Abraham for 4. You got to start stretching the field, Slade. Dump offs are not going to win you this game. Yeah, started to pick it up here in the fourth quarter, though. Might be a little too late. 3rd and 1. Slade, he extends it. He does find the first down. He breaks one tackle, and they're not going to give him a face mask. I thought that was the face mask animation. Slade does extend the drive, though. All right, you're 52 yards away. Take a shot. Why not? All right, Slade's going again. If they give him the run, he's just going to keep running for the first down. Clock stops. That's exactly what you want. Big brain Slade right now. Slade Roden dumps that one off to, that's Braylon Hills that time. Clock's continuing to run. You're at 36-yard line. Still some time left. And dumps that off right as he's going to hit, and it's intercepted, undercut. Florida's going the other way. Can Slade catch him? No! Florida pick 6, and that's the dagger. Mike Fuller out of nowhere. What a play from the Florida corner. Oh my, just when you thought Minnesota might have the inklings of a chance, Florida shuts the door in a dramatic fashion. Welcome to Game Day Greats, Florida. Yes, sir. Fire Jay Jettas as we finally get the final here. Maryland had a great game, 5-3. They could get ranked here as well. So a lot of 5-3 teams. We might, this is the final week of the coaches poll, so really don't know what coaches will decide. At this point, though, it's just now for stats and fantasy. What a ball-busting pick 6. Jay Jettas needed that the other way. He had a couple chances, too. So Slade, he had 3 turnovers today. And Bailey, he gets about 5 yards. In the second half, he really stopped creating extra yards. First half, he had a few really nice plays and kind of just stopped. Slade now. And another pick, but he's carried out of bounds. Slade's starting to have to force it here. And turnovers really have killed Minnesota. He gets that one off, and Brady Boyd hangs on. He's done great in catching traffic today. But honestly, like the 2 turnovers, that last one and the fumble in the red zone, like I'm not even going to count the one after half. But basically, 28-point swing. 2 basically for sure fire touchdowns went the other way. And not to mention the added field goal. So these turnovers really cost them 31-point difference. Really rough. So Minnesota now just kind of playing for morale at this point. Yeah, remember, he's only a freshman. Really kind of disappointed more so in Kim Metal. Brady Boyd showed up. Jude Abraham got a touchdown, the freshman. He had a good game, but Kim Metal kind of got completely shut down today. Only 2 receptions. So 4th and 10 here. This one could definitely get ugly. They dumped that over the middle, and that's not going to get it done. Jude Abraham only for 3. So Florida will now take over here, see if they can add to the lead. They want to make a statement and really show everyone they're the second best team in the SEC despite the quarterback change. This is a huge, this is actually like a huge opportunity for Florida to show the server that despite losing Del Rio for the season, that their backup Ben Reed is capable of still propelling them to potentially a CFP berth. Their 2nd in a row is what they're looking for. And this is a great opportunity, especially when they play Georgia next week. So if they can upset Georgia, they'll be looking very nice. This is a massive out-of-conference win for Florida. But with, who knows how the CFP is going to shake out. We have 6 undefeated, Eastern Michigan lost, so we are down to 5 undefeated teams. Our 5 undefeated teams left in the country is Tennessee, Iowa State, Baylor, Cal, and Buffalo. It looks like they're just going to run out the clock here. Still the massive hit power. The opportunities were there here for Minnesota. Unfortunately, they just couldn't get it done. Final play of the game here. We're just going to hand it off to Eric Johnson. He does find a little bit of room. They do stop him. No, they will not call the turnover or the timeouts. Spam those Fire J Jetta's emotes, baby. And as we hit 000s here in the swamp, Florida makes a statement with their backup quarterback as they beat Jay Jettas and Minnesota 37-13. A massive win, and behind 3 Slade Roden turnovers for Minnesota. They unfortunately just could not get it done. Even though this was a blowout, it turned into a blowout. But this one was so much more fun to call than the one last week. Like, despite the score, I really had a fun time calling this game. So keep your head up, Jay Jettas. It was a tough matchup. Definitely is just a mixture of turnovers and then the defense not being able to get off the field. As always, we are going to check the stats here. But like I said earlier, the VODs will be immediately uploaded to YouTube. They'll be available tonight. And then recruiting decisions will be coming up shortly. As always, I'm going to post the games from the streams today. And then I'm going to post updated conference standings. And then we will get to recruits. We have some big ones. We have a cornerback, we have a quarterback, and Gus McFeeters, the 5-star running back, making their decisions later on tonight. So some big opportunities to get better. As we take a look, we had a couple fullback touchdowns. You love to see those. The pick 6, those are always fun. Unfortunately, Jay Jettas just could not hang in there after the turnovers started flooding. Ben Reed didn't even do much through the air. It was mainly them on the ground. But when he did throw it on 3rd down, there was always somebody there. Marcus Burke, 8 pancakes from the wide receiver position. And on defense, obviously, interception from the free safety. Sapp, 4 tackles for loss and a sack. And then you had Mike Fuller, the corner, with a beautiful interception. He came out of nowhere. And for Minnesota, Slade rode in 24 of 30, so the completion percentage was there. He did kind of get a little desperate at the end of the half as well as at the end of the game, but 2 interceptions along with a critical fumble, unfortunately. Sean Bailey had a decent day. They just really couldn't get anything going, though, in the second half. And just look at this for Jude Abraham. You know, this kind of just tells the story. 8 receptions, only for 28 yards. You got to be able to stretch the field a little bit more if you want success. But on defense, Jaquan Bowser, massive day. He had a sack and a tackle for loss. They did, unfortunately, have the fumble that got taken away from him that could have just completely changed the game. They also got a tough call with the safety as well. Sack for A.J. Klein, though. Desi Norton did get a interception. Marvin Irby and Iceberg Cave, I felt like left a little meat on the bone. They could have made a few more tackles for loss, made some of those options a little bit shorter. But at the end of the day, Florida just played really goddamn well at home. So don't hang your head, Jay Jettas. Better days are always ahead. Let's see the players of the game here, and then we will end the stream. And it's never a good day when your fullback is your player of the game, huh? Minnesota here. All right, and just before we head out here and end the stream, just want to make sure all the games for this week were posted and were simmed, and they were. As always, thank you guys all for watching. I really do appreciate anybody who does spend time in the SFA or decides to put their own resources in, and you know, whether it's a Twitch Prime or you gift a sub or whatnot. I really do appreciate it. And I'll see you guys in a few minutes in the server. I'm going to post the games, post conference standings, and then I'll get to work on recruits right away. So thank you guys all for watching. I'll see you guys in a few minutes here. And yeah,